Hey, I'm Marshall, and today me and Joey are going to be talking about the presidents in Wofford College's history. So first we have William Whiteman, who served from 1854 to 1859. He has a dorm named after him. He was very involved in the early days at Wofford. He was friends with Benjamin Wofford himself. Even helped convince him to found the college. And an interesting fun fact about him is that he's the oldest of 8 siblings.
What's up? My name is Joey. Today I'm talking about Albert Mikhail Ship. He was the president from 1859 to 1875. He was a Methodist minister before he came here, and he was a trustee at Wofford at 1851. The first frats were formed during his time here, and fun fact, he spent $85,000 of the college's money in Confederate bonds. And if you know anything about history, we aren't in the Confederacy, so it literally turned into nothing.
Up next we have James Henry Carlisle. He has a dorm named after him as well. And he served in the House of Representatives during the Civil War, and since he signed the Ordinance of Secession, some were worried he would be imprisoned by federal soldiers. On the other hand, 3 more fraternities popped up at Wofford during his presidency, as well as football started to become more popular on campus. Fact about him is that he taught math and astronomy before his presidency.
Now we're going to talk about Henry Snyder. He served from 1902 to 1942. He's the longest serving president in Wofford history. He went to Vandy, a horrible football school. They lost to South Dakota last week. Very sad for them. He tried to be more involved with the administration and other presidents, and he came in with literally almost zero money because of the whole Civil War thing. And he raised a lot of money for the main building and a bunch of other buildings on campus. And so he got I think the soccer field's named after him.
Up next we have Walter Kirkland Green, which you might recognize his name because there's a dorm named after him that some of you probably live in. He is the only Wofford president to have attended Wofford College, and he also was the first president to live in the current president home on campus.
All right, next up is Francis Pendleton Gaines Jr. He served from 1952 to 1957. What's up, David? He only served about 5 years. He's the youngest president in Wofford history. He served 4 years in the Army, and sadly, he didn't stay because he felt like he didn't fit in, whatever that means.
Up next we have Charles Franklin Marsh, who is probably another recognizable name because I'm sure some people in this class live in the Marsh dorm. He served from 1958 to 1968, and the student body grew by 1,000 students during his presidency, which is quite impressive. One more thing is that under his presidency, he added residence halls, science facilities, and even more classroom space.
All right, next guy is Paul Hardin III. He was president from 1968 to 1972. He became president at 37, which is kind of crazy. And he hired the first African-American admin and continued to desegregate the school, but still wasn't completed yet.
Up next we have Job Lessons Jr. He was president from 1972 to 2000, and under his presidency, the school went from fully male and segregated to co-ed and desegregated, or integrated, which was a very big deal. Those are huge steps that are very important towards where Wofford College is today. He built Richardson Physical Activities Building, Gibbs Stadium, and renovated Snyder and Reeves. So he made a lot of big steps and did a lot of important stuff during his presidency.
All right, this next guy is Benjamin Bernard Dunlap. He was the president from 2000 to 2013. He attended Oxford and then got his PhD from Harvard and then got a honorary doctorate from Swansea, University of the South. He was smart. He was pretty smart. He published poems, essays, anthropologies, guides, and opera liberatis. Those are so complex, I don't even know two of them. And in the 1970s and 1980s, this dude performed as a dancer for the Columbia City Ballet, our president.